guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Carrie here from Carrie Counts Cash. Hope you're all doing well. I myself am not doing too badly. I'm not feeling the best either, but I'm okay, and I thought I would come on here and we would just do a weekly check-in, I think from the 14th to the 20th. So that's what we're gonna do today. I don't have too much to Unstuff, and I think I will take my bills that are due at the end of the month this week back to the bank, even though I could technically do that next week. But I kind of want to get it done with, and I have to go out and do some errands, so I think I will do that. But let's just get into it. I'm gonna zoom you all in, so when I see you next, we'll be nice and close. Okay, so on the 14th, we actually had a no spend day, which is nice because, spoiler, I didn't have any other no spend days this week, so it was nice to have one. But it is what it is. I have been just dealing with a bunch of small things, and you know how life is, so I won't complain too much. And most of it, like I said, I was just feeling off, so I ate out a fair amount, but that's my usual MO anyway, so I can't complain too much. On the 15th, I went out for lunch, and that cost me $18. And that was all I did on the 15th. That came directly out of my eating out budget, so we don't need to pull any money for that. And then next, on the 16th, I also got brunch. This is basically going to be the story of the week. And this was $10. That also came out of my cash envelopes. Eating out specifically, of course. And we did actually manage to get some real people food here. We went to the superstore, and that cost me $54.52. And that I ended up just going through the self-checkout lane because it was really crazy. So I paid that on my Visa, but I already unstuffed that out of my grocery budget. And especially where I cash stuffed on the 18th. So that's already been dealt with as well. And then also on the 16th, I ended up buying the actual dryer parts that I needed to purchase to fix the problem. And so my mom bought those, but I paid her back, and that was about $30. It was like 26 something, but I gave her the 30. And I think she was here that day, so I actually just gave her money right out of my emergency fund, I think is where those came from. Let me just eyeball really quickly. I'm dropping things all over the place. Yep, I took that out of my emergency fund, so that was in this little yellow color here, dryer parts. And then next, on the 17th, we went out and we got gas, and that cost me $65. So that came right out of my gas budget. And then on the 18th, so you'll see, we have a dry repair kit up here that I bought on August 10th, that my mom technically bought on her credit card, that we didn't know if we would need. Long story short, we didn't need this. So I ended up returning that, and it had cost me $60.94, but they sent everything back with the exception of like $10 basically to ship it, as far as the return onto my mom's credit card went. So because it cost her basically that $10 to ship it back, I ended up sending her the money on the 18th. So that one we will unstuff just briefly. That was, we'll just call it return ship. And that was $10. And that's gonna come out of my miscellaneous sinking fund. And I did already e-transfer her the money, so that is gonna just go back on my, oops, sorry, bumped the camera there. That's just gonna go back into my checking account. Miscellaneous, okay. $10 here. We're gonna pull that out, set this right to the side. and I'll update the tracker later. So that one is taken care of. And then on the 19th, we bought drinks for my fellow RN at work, and that cost $3. We took that out of my eating out envelope. And I did pay some bills, but we'll go through and we'll talk about the bills at the end of the video. And then we'll also put in my income for the 18th at the end. And then that was it for the 19th. On the 20th, we got breakfast after my last night shift, and that cost me $10 for my eating out envelope. And so that was taken care of. And then on the 20th, we also went to Sobeys and bought a few more things. And that cost me $21.83. I think I literally just bought like a salad and a bag of chips and some croutons. That was all I bought. So that kind of explains how my week was going. A salad and then a bag of chips. And then I decided on the 21st that one bag of chips wasn't enough. I had absolutely demolished the first one. So I went to the convenience store and I bought another bag. And that was $4.89 because junk food prices are freaking ridiculous. And so that was all accounted for. And that brings us to the bill section of the check-in. So I had 4 bills come out this month, or this week, sorry, technically 5, but I just combined one of them. So Bell accounts for both my cell phone and my TV internet, and because these stickers are quite bulky on the little boxes that I have here, I just put my TV internet and my cell phone payment in one. So that one was on the 17th, and that was $317.81 between the both of them. And then next we paid my power bill. This is $217, but we always pay $220 just because we want a little bit of a buffer there. And then did I pay anything else on the, no, I didn't. Okay, so I'm good to put that right here. Okay, so that was it for the 17th. And then on the 18th, we have 2 more bills that came out. This was iCloud. That was $4.59. And then we also had my car payment come out, which was $423.12, but I always pay $430 just to also give that a little bit of a buffer. And then so the only thing left to do other than Unstuff is to add my income. So my paycheck was, sorry, long hair, I shed, 265488. So that was a pretty good paycheck, $2,654.88. And I think that's it, guys. So what I ended up spending in bills this week was $972.40. And then what I ended up spending with sinking funds, savings, and cash envelopes was $222.35. So it could have been much worse. And that is my typical. So I'm not even upset at that. So then what we're going to unstuff will be I think the first one I'll come up with is my credit card. I am going to pull this. There shouldn't be anything too much left on this. I don't think there's actually anything right now that will need to go on for the end of the month. So I think I'm just going to take this back to the bank. There is 1, 150, 200, 250, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 420, 440, 450, 460, 470, 480, 490, 500, 510, 520, 525, 530. and I think my credit card balance is $524 maybe right now. But I am waiting because there was like a mess up when I got my gas, so I don't know if that's gonna work out well. Like, I had put my code in to pre-authorize because I did it on Visa because that was the only pump I could have access to, and it accepted my code, but it never let me pump, so I had to do that a couple times because the pumps were just not working. So there is still a pre-authorization on there for $100 on top of the $65 that I actually paid. So I am just waiting for that to clear, and hopefully that won't be an issue, but my credit card will have a buffer of $5 on it, which I'm not even mad about. And then we will be unstuffing credit line. This has 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, $400 on credit line. We are going to stick that right back here with the money that I had for my miscellaneous envelope, and that will pay me back. Let's see if you guys can see that. And then insurance will be unstuffed as well. This is $260, 100, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60. Loan interest is going back to the bank as well. This is 20, 40, 50, 65. And then that really should be it, but let's just eyeball everything else, make sure we're happy. Nope, let's take our subscriptions as well. So $15 will cover our iCloud and our Spotify. Our Spotify doesn't come out till like the 28th, so this will already be preemptively waiting, and these come off of my credit card. So, oh yes, that was what I forgot to unstuff my my iCloud, so that works out well. There is now $540 right here. I'm not going to count it again. And then this money is for my annual subscription, so nothing I need to concern myself with. Okay, so this money I will put in my bank envelope. We have in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 670, 680, 690, 700, 10, 20, 30, 35, 735. And so I will make that credit line payment. I thought about keeping this money with me just because I have to do that bill swap at the end of the month, but I don't know that I'm gonna need to swap that many hundreds. If I do, I can always just pull money out of some of my other bill envelopes to make up the rest of the money that I need. So I am gonna take both of these back to the bank and deal with those now. So that will be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope it wasn't too terrible with my headspace right now, because I'm just kind of all over the place, not feeling the best, but I hope it was tolerable, and I will see you next week for whatever video I end up posting. Bye!